Greetings, my friends. Please consider supporting me in my war to save pop culture by subscribing to my channel and possibly even becoming a channel member for exclusive videos, access to Doomcock emojis, and more. And if you like this video in particular, please consider using the new Super Thanks feature and putting a tip in the tip jar located next to the like buttons down at the bottom of the video. Thank you for watching, and now, on to the video. My friends, I've been covering the debacle that is Indiana Jones 5 for about a year and a half now, and we have just received some news that seems to suggest that the latest rumors are true, that Phoebe Waller-Bridge's role in Indiana Jones 5 is being cut down to what extent they can, and that Indiana Jones fans may have dodged some serious Jovito's poison darts when it comes to the franchise. When I first received a cry for help from someone inside Lucasfilm and or Disney who had knowledge of what was happening with Kennedy's latest act of cultural vandalism, telling me that Indiana Jones was going to go back in time with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, meet his younger self who would die saving them both, and then be erased from history, replaced by Fleabag moving forward in her own Disney Plus TV show. When I heard all that, I was horrified, but also skeptical. I mean, it sounds insane, right? That anyone could seriously entertain such a sick, misguided, evil scheme. I was skeptical, but then again, every time I try to write it off mentally, I'd remind myself, dude, this is Kathleen Kennedy. She ruins everything she touches, and you know you can't put anything past her. Then, a couple of months after I broke the rumor about there being time travel in Indy 5, set photos were leaked and published by the Daily Mail UK showing ancient Romans and World War II tanks, very odd images given how this movie is supposedly set in the 60s. And suddenly, 2 months after I broke the rumors, everyone sat up and paid attention. The story spread like crazy, fans were in an uproar, and in what Monty Python used to call a dead giveaway, Disney delayed Indiana Jones 5 for a full year. Not something that they would have done if they weren't reshooting and revising the movie in reaction to the public outrage. After all, if the rumors were wrong, shit, they just go ahead and release the movie, right? Problem solved. They could have stepped up, categorically denied the rumors, released a trailer to rebut the rumors, released the movie on schedule, and shut everyone up. But that didn't happen. No, they had to delay it for a full year, really a year and a half now, because they were caught red-handed and they had to fix the shit. Well, they came back a year later claiming not much had changed at all. But then I started getting news of disastrous test screenings, 6 different endings, none of them getting over a 35% audience test score. And at that point, Disney truly started panicking. Then this last December, folks, John Williams let it slip that they were still working on the movie and that there would be reshoots of a new ending coming in January.
That was hilarious, man. Mangold denied what Williams said on camera in his concert in front of everyone, just like Mangold denied that they ever entertained the idea of Phoebe Waller-Bridge replacing Indy. And then hours later, the Daily Mail posted an article stating that she might be replacing Harrison Ford as Indy. The timing couldn't have been better. No wonder She-Hulk took a shot at you, Doomcock, making a caricature of you as a villain on the show. You've definitely put a crimp in Kathleen Kennedy's plans for Indiana Jones. Or should I say, Indiana Joan. Indiana Fleabag, I says. Regardless, the fact of the matter is, you've been all over this story, Doomcock, and you've caused them not an inconsiderable amount of inconvenience.
Hey, I'm the best damn friend that Disney has. I tell them the truth even when it hurts, and in this case, by leaking what Kennedy was planning, I saved Disney from a hell of a lot of suffering, financially and critically. Shit, I may even have saved their damn franchise for them, because if they'd actually gone this way, there would be nothing left.
Perhaps, but it remains to be seen how awful Indy 5 will actually turn out to be. But come now, a bit of news has been published that tends to support your latest rumors about Fleabag. Isn't that correct?
Indeed, O Skull of Calderon. The latest rumor I broke was that Disney, Finally seeing the writing on the wall, in a desperate move to salvage something from this mess, was editing as much of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's snarky insults to Indy out of the movie, trying to cut down her role, and best of all, there was talk that there may be a kidnapping plot now where Fleabag gets kidnapped and has to be rescued by Indy, which would help remove her from a chunk of the movie. Now, given how Disney is scrapbooking everything they shoot, filming multiple versions of scenes with branching storylines so that they can cobble together multiple different versions of any particular show or movie in the editing bay, it doesn't surprise me that they can take the story in wildly different directions at the drop of a hat. For example, Williams saying that they were shooting yet another different ending now.
How many is that now, Doomcock? 7, 8, 9 different endings at this point?
God only knows, Harvey Cthulhu, but I tell you, if Williams was correct and a new ending is being filmed, perhaps even as we speak, that means the ending where Fleabag replaces Indy is kaput. Finished, shuffled off the mortal coil, pushing up daisies, pining for the fields. It is an X ending. KK kept trying to nail it to the perch, but to no avail it seems. Well, my friends, we had a development a few days ago that seems to indicate that indeed, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's dubious talents will not be required at Disney moving forward. According to an article in The Hollywood Reporter, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is getting involved in a project at Amazon featuring Lara Croft. In this article, The Hollywood Reporter states, quote, Phoebe Waller-Bridge is getting into action at Amazon. The Emmy-winning Fleabag grad is readying a TV series based on the popular video game turned action movie Tomb Raider. The project, which is in the development stages, is the latest to stem from Waller-Bridge's recently renewed overall deal with the retail giant and streamer. Sources tell The Hollywood Reporter that Waller-Bridge is attached to write the scripts for Tomb Raider. Waller-Bridge does not plan to star in the TV adaptation of the property, which spawned 2001 and 2018 film adaptations starring Angelina Jolie and Alicia Vikander, respectively, as the adventurous archaeologist. In addition to writing, Waller-Bridge will exec produce the Amazon take alongside former head of comedy and drama Ryan Andolina and former head of overall deals Amanda Greenblatt. Tomb Raider becomes the latest project in the works for Waller-Bridge at Amazon, unquote.
This would seem to suggest that good old Fleabag is not going to be all that involved in the Indiana Jones franchise moving forward from Indy 5, doesn't it? In fact, it seems a bit like she got her heart set on being Indiana Jones, and now she's jumped ship to the Lara Croft franchise to get her game on, doesn't it? Hey, Fleabag was gonna be the bestest adventurer ever! But if that's not gonna happen now on Disney Plus, it sure is convenient to move over to another adventure franchise where she's, shall we say, more welcome.
Well, according to The Hollywood Reporter, she is not planning to star as Lara Croft, which is kind of odd given how they're both women with English accents. However, it does say that she will be writing all the episodes as well as executive producing the series, so if The Hollywood Reporter has got it right, and I have no reason to think they haven't, as they're usually pretty good about their facts, then it appears that Ms. Waller-Bridge does have some availability in her schedule, doesn't it? A bit of vacancy in her diary, eh what? I tell you folks, as much as Disney scrapbooks their little patchwork Frankenstein narratives together these days, all the cards have been tossed in the air at this point, and thank God for that. If they're not going to kill young Indy off in the past and replace him with Fleabag, as Kathleen Kennedy desired, apparently, then who knows? They might even kill the whole time travel element, confine the past footage to an extended flashback prologue, and keep things in the 60s with the threat of time travel if the Germans get a hold of the Dial of Destiny. At this point, I think anything is possible, and every fan should rejoice. Who knows? Maybe they're desperate enough at this point, with all the bad publicity from the leaks of what Kathleen Kennedy wanted to do to Indy, to actually try to make the thing good. They'll fail, of course, since you can't tell a good story stuck together from scraps, but at the very least, it won't stink nearly as bad as it could have. And who knows? maybe Indy will get a happy ending and we won't have to sit through another of our beloved childhood heroes dying a cheap, degrading death like Luke Skywalker did. Maybe the enormous expense of shooting so many different versions of Indiana Jones 5 will convince them it's really more cost efficient to have one really good script rather than shooting every piece of shit you can find so you can then fling them against a board in the writer's room like crazed chimps on X-Lax just to see what sticks. Yeah, sure. And maybe pigs will fly out of my ass and form a big FU in the skies over Hollywood. Ah, what a wonderful sight that would be. But until that unlikely and glorious day, from the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.